It is. What time is it? 1 o'clock? Dude, this guy he's shooken up from last.
Wait.
Dry January.
Yeah.
I'll fucking do
Get her a
one.
fucking shot glass.
Somebody get her a shot glass.
I'll do one.
Great. Can we
Just-
grab it?
It's in the butterfly bag.
It's sorry, say
Butterfly
that one
bag, the
again.
butterfly bag. Yeah, these shot glasses are actually from a movie premiere.
We're reminiscent of last night.
Yeah,
I don't want to reminisce. How did we even end up at locals only?
That was your call. I was like, I'm ready to go home, and you're like, no, we're going to locals only.
I just love going to see my ex-boyfriend's friends.
Cheers to that.
Okay. Really big.
I gotta put the cork back in the trizzle.
Okay.
This is actually a cool shot glass.
I picked this up and down like 3 times. Okay,
wait,
so what are we cheersing to?
Can we switch? Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, that was a big one.
I like that.
Oh, spicy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh,
that's I think we're gonna have to start doing that for every podcast. We just do a shot
I
beforehand.
just ruined my makeup though, but we're...
Well, ladies, gentlemen, grandchildren of the future, or not, that's up to you to decide. We are here with the one and only Celeste Bouchard. Welcome to Stories for the Grandkids.
Should we do a little clap? I think we should do a little clap. All the audience, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys can hear the audience in the background.
I'm so happy to be here this morning, even after last night.
Yeah, we had a night last night.
We did have a night last night.
I had to meet Mo.
Yeah.
I had to meet Mo.
Yeah.
I hadn't met Mo.
No.
Yeah. We had some chemistry last night.
No, it was good. Yeah. It was an interesting night. We started the night off at a space bar.
That was actually beach themed.
Such a random bar.
Yeah.
But I think it's so you-coded to know how to... That was very you-coded. The music was pretty good.
Chris does this thing where he has like random spots all over the city. We will walk down Queen Street and there's like holes in the wall, like kind of like where we are right now. Like I had no idea this place existed. And then
You've never been here before?
No, this is my second time.
Second time.
I
brought you to meet Karen.
No, I know I did that day that we came, but at the time, like we were walking by and I'm like, where the fuck are you taking me? Like this is the most random exploration I've ever been on. But yeah, I'm happy we like about it because this place is phenomenal.
This is actually a very iconic place, and my friend who owns it has done so many really cool iconic things in Toronto.
Yeah.
And this one like fully popped off.
Yeah.
Like this is probably the best place to get men's suits in Toronto.
You think so? Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Vintage for sure.
Vintage for sure. Yeah.
Vintage for sure. Yeah.
So for you guys who don't know, we're at Cameron Alistair today. Sorry, I don't know what time it is. It was a long night. But we're at Cameron Alistair. Thank you to them for letting us film here today. They're reopening soon, right?
Yeah.
Upstairs, they did full rentals upstairs. So if you guys do need any vintage clothing, men, this is the best place for you guys to get suits.
I literally wear men's suits all the time, so it's also for the girls.
It's very for the girls. If you go upstairs, it's almost all women, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's turning the upstairs into like women's consignment. And
it's sick.
Spot.
It's so nice looking, and I wish we could like turn the cameras around and show you guys down here. But like just from the vibe, like with the suit, like the suitcases, the bookcases, the boxes, everything, like it's very, very nice down here.
Yeah.
And also Karen upstairs with the store on Queen, TSOQ.
Yeah.
Has been around Toronto. They've moved locations a bunch. Also very iconic Toronto company for women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to talk a little bit about your history, like obviously.
Okay, but it's so funny because when he was like, I was shooting at Cameron Alistair, I'm like, that's hilarious. I make clothes.
Yeah.
And when I left fashion school, I actually started working with Untitled & Co., which is Cam's brand.
Okay.
It was the first person I started sewing for.
That's sick.
Yeah, like really, really cool. It was just down Queen, a little bit more east. And yeah, so I'm like super rooted with Cam. I've known him since we were both emo back in the day.
When you were emo?
Have you ever seen my emo pics?
No, I would love to.
Yeah,
one day after the pod, you have to show
me. Oh,
me.
the emo pics are crazy.
I feel like every girl I know went through an emo phase. I feel like guys too. I just never did. I
had the hair.
Did you?
I had
across the face?
The full hair. I even like it went longer to shorter even at one point, like full.
The swoopy bag.
I dated a boy in grade 9 who was so emo too. We used to share jeans. We used to share denim.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little strange.
He was cute actually. He was probably one of my best, nicest boyfriends. My nicest boyfriend was my first boyfriend. That's really pathetic for me.
It was a hot start.
hot start.
You had a hot start.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot start, why don't we get into like your background with obviously the city, but like in fashion and kind of like what you do. So you're from Toronto.
I'm like from Niagara and King.
From Niagara and King. Oh, you're like downtown.
I'm like downtown.
Damn.
That the old coffin factory lofts that they're literally taking down and redoing something about. Also, there's like some really heavy metals buried underneath the ground next to that place. Like heavy metals. It's like not safe there. That's where I grew up. My parents are both artists, and you weren't even allowed living there. But like everyone that lived in the building, or that had studios in the building, also lived there. It's like once a month, the landlords and whatever people would come and like take a look, and everyone would hide the mattresses.
Oh my God.
Like that kind of crazy artist shit. So I lived there until I was like 2, and then my parents were like, oh, we're gonna move up to Bathurst and St. Clair. So I lived a more like residential life after that, but
a domesticated life.
More domesticated.
And then you moved back downtown?
Yeah. I've just been here my whole life.
Beautiful.
Yeah, around Bathurst. I've actually lived off of Bathurst like pretty much my whole life.
Really,
Yeah, except for now I'm in Parkdale with all the Parkdale people.
What's wrong with the Parkdale people?
Oh, it's fine. It's a vibe. But there's this one guy who keeps shitting in my front lawn. Swear to God. It's happened 3 times now. And I think there's 2 guys. Once I caught him just pulling up his pants. I'm like, bro, you can't fucking shit on my front lawn. And he just kept walking.
Fuck?
Okay, cool. And then the second time, imagine a guy was standing with shoes and pants and like plastic gloves.
Okay.
And then he just disintegrated. And then all the clothes just fell on the floor. So like the pants were laid out, the gloves were laid out, everything, and then there's just shit right there. There's another one.
You're telling me he took a shit and then took his
clothes off and like laid them as if he was just disintegrated. And then the third time, my roommate caught the guy, and he was naked. And she yelled at him from the porch, then ran back in, and he went up our steps to our front door, because I live in a house, like on the first floor of a house. And he like came up to the window and just like did this with his head. And she's like, this is enough for me.
He's crossing lines at that point.
Bro, she called the cops, apparently. And then,
Parkdale
oh my God.
stereotype lives so true.
And then 2 weeks later, I see that guy who just did that whole thing, walking with his clothes on, backpack, down the street, just like a normal day going to work.
What?
So random.
Wait, was this the same
That's
guy who
mental
left his
health.
clothes?
Yeah.
On the front?
Yeah.
What?
So he is, but anyhow.
Parkdale core,
but it's fine. I used to say a lot more stuff to them, but I just kind of let them live now.
I feel like there's not much to say. I feel like it's just one of those things, just
people
avoid.
get stabbed now, so
it's scary.
I don't want to get stabbed.
No, we can't. We can't.
I like my life.
We can't have that. Okay, so when did you want to start getting into fashion then? Because you have I want to talk about you being like an entrepreneur, having your own line, like the whole thing.
So I always loved clothes. I love every girl's like, I have a passion for fashion. But no, my thing was more specifically like textiles.
Okay.
I love textiles. My grandma is pretty iconic. Her place is just full of so many different types of textiles, and that's what I loved the most first.
Yeah.
So I actually went to Concordia for psychology, partied way too much, left after first year to move to Australia for a boy, obviously.
Oh my God.
Obviously left that boy for another boy,
Celeste
obviously. So crazy.
Celeste core.
So did that, left that guy for another guy. He cheated on me, left.
Oh no.
It's okay because that's another story. It's fine.
That's what the podcast is.
Fine.
That's what we're here for. It's for the story.
Tell the stories. I'll call it stories for the grandkids.
We can digress. We can switch the subject.
His girlfriend, he told me they weren't together, so he kind of cheated on her with me, then cheated on me with her. So it's like I deserved it. You know, I deserved it. He was hot though. He was really hot.
Yeah.
Really Australian. Really hot.
Okay.
Wow, I'm just thinking about
You lived
him.
in Australia a couple times.
I lived there a couple times. The first time I did so much partying and boys that I wanted to go back and prove to myself.
So much partying and boys.
So much of it.
What am I listening to?
But I wanted to go back and prove to myself that I can do Australia better. So I went back and just did a lot of meditation and yoga. I did like a 1 week fast. And that's like when I quit smoking the first time because of that.
How's that going?
How's that working out for you?
Well, now it's great. As of yesterday, I stopped, really.
Last night at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I actually stopped like an hour before the podcast.
I stopped
too,
when I
so.
got my teeth whitened because I couldn't smoke. And I got my teeth whitened yesterday. So that's fine. That's good. We're doing well.
I think, Celeste, I think you have to be one of the funniest human beings I've encountered in my entire life.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
I really just think I'm authentic.
No, and I think that speaks
And that's
volumes.
the word of the year for me, is just authenticity. I want to show it through my work, through my friends, through all my relationships, through content.
This episode of Stories for the Grandkids is sponsored by Moon Poker, the #1 non-gambling poker app where you can play for real cash prizes without spending a dime. Moon Poker offers daily hyper turbo tournaments with a 225 USD prize pool and an engaging mini game you can enjoy anytime, anywhere, with the chance to spin the prize wheel to win up to $1 million USD. With no cash purchase required, Moon Poker delivers a fun, risk-free gaming experience for poker and video game enthusiasts alike. Download Moon Poker now and get in the game today.
Because I did start. Okay, we need to circle back here.
Okay. It's the 80.
Wow.
It's the
Speaking of
80.
circle back,
ADHD.
do we have some champagne?
Do you have orange juice?
No.
I thought you
Champagne.
said you
I
had
couldn't
orange juice.
I couldn't get orange juice. They
You
didn't have
said
any.
you had it.
I tried.
You tried
I
from
tried
your
to find orange
fridge?
juice. No, from the corner store.
Allie, that's a you problem.
We got champagne. Yeah.
We can do
You
champagne.
want to do champagne? Here, I'll grab glasses.
I like champagne.
I feel like it's suiting considering the segment we're about to get into here.
What's the segment we're getting
Okay,
into?
but like,
I don't even know.
first we're talking about my grandma. That's what we were talking about, textiles. So I got back from Australia, started dating another guy, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm not in school right now. What am I going to do? So I was like, well, I've always liked fashion. Thank you. So I'm going to take a continued education. So, okay, that's really good. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to take a continued education class for sewing at George Brown and see if I like it, see if I'm even good at it.
Fuck. I should let Chris do it. It's okay. We're good. We're good. Continue.
What are you new here?
I'm new here. We're good.
Are you new here?
Continue.
Cheers.
Okay.
We're good. Continue.
Cheers.
Continue. So.
Wait, cheers to me.
Cheers to Celeste.
Celeste.
Okay.
To
Okay.
authenticity.
Mm-hmm. So then I took this sewing class and I loved it. So then I went to George Brown, and sustainability and textiles have always been the top for me. So I met like really good people. I actually met my business partner there. We are so different.
Really?
Interesting.
You know me, and then she's so type A. She put sticky notes around the studio saying, turn off iron, turn off machine. Like, she's like,
oh, that's next
so
level.
no, because I forget these things. So I need her.
Forget turning off irons? It's a little concerning.
Twice. I left it plugged in.
How do you...
Just, it's an industrial thing. I really shouldn't forget it, but I did twice. So she's just like super type A. She's amazing. We get along really well, and it works. She went to business school before, so I'm more socials and she's business.
Cool.
But we both sew, draft, and design.
Okay.
She does our taxes. I did my taxes 2 months ago for the last 3 years, my personal taxes.
CRA.
Yeah, if CRA is listening,
it's okay.
she does them every year.
That's
She does them
okay.
every year.
They're not missing on much. It's okay. It's okay. They weren't coming after me. I'll tell you that much for sure. But so like, at least I have that. Like, it works really well.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I would do without her.
Okay.
And vice versa. Because she doesn't like talking to people very much and taking content and stuff. So
it's a good balance.
yeah, it's a really, really good balance. We met in school because she, I always forgot something like a ruler or a pencil, obviously. And I'd be like, hey, can I borrow this? And then one day I went up to her. I'm like, what's that person's name again? I forget everyone's name. And she looked at me. She's like, what's my name? And I'm like, Kim. And she's like the only person's name I remembered in our whole class.
Yeah, that's
And
really
she
cute.
was like, okay, chill. And then, yeah, so that's how we met. And we started our brand 4 years ago. We played around with what we wanted to do and ideas a lot beforehand, but it was always about textiles and sustainability for us first. And we kind of just worked from there.
I love that. What are some of the
Yeah.
challenges you faced as a female entrepreneur too? Because I know that's something that there's a lot of females in the city who are kind of hustling and face maybe similar ones.
You know what's crazy is that we haven't gone through many, which I'm very grateful for. And we have a really good community of female entrepreneurs within our circle. Like, we do a lot of pop-ups with other female-founded brands. Like, we've started them, we've joined them. Like, we actually know and support and are really good friends with so many female entrepreneurs in Toronto. And I think that's, a lot of people are like, oh, Toronto's so cliquey, Toronto this, that. I completely have never experienced that. I know so many, like, it makes me so excited. I know so many amazing female-founded brands in Toronto.
It's wonderful.
And they're such great people. Yeah, and it's cool to see them, like, succeed. And we always do pop-ups together. You should come. And it's just so fun. I love it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think community is one of the things that you need as a female entrepreneur. And I think you've done a good job building a brand that's authentic, but also building a community around that.
Thank you. And you know what's crazy is that we have built a community around it without even trying too hard. Oh my God, I'm actually going to say this for the first time, I guess, on socials. Because our social rollout hasn't come out about it yet. But we basically had our annual Christmas dinner, Kim and I. And we basically decided, like, listen, our brand makes money. We're not paying ourselves. We can't have, like, a passion project for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend the rest of this year and really work our hardest to make it everything, make L'Allure everything we want to make it and see. And then if it doesn't work out, we're going to dissolve the company.
Wow.
And if not, then I'll do something else. But the thing is, you have to set timelines. We both work, thank God, we work for our families. So I work for my sister, she works for her dad. So we have more leeway to fucking sew in our basement for 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
But that's not scalable.
No.
As much as I like sewing, I don't want to manufacture all my clothes.
No.
There's no way. That's not scalable at all. So basically, the new content rollout that we're going to, because we've always posted, but it's never been enough to really build a huge community. And even with the minimal things that we have been doing, we have our repeat customer rate is amazing.
Yeah.
Which is great for us. But, like, it's still not scalable. So we're going to build a whole new content rollout about, like, hey, follow us for the next 6 months while we build our best collection yet to save our company. And I think that's going to build, a lot of, that's a lot of community vibes right there.
Yeah.
So then while we're building our collection, we're going to be asking our community, like, what do you think about this, and that, showing the hardships, talk about everything, which will hopefully help us sell out of all of our previous stock and help us, because we're going to manufacture this next collection.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's going to be like...
You've been making the rest of the stuff by hand?
By hand.
All of it, too?
Our first collection we manufactured in Scarborough.
Okay.
The thing is, the minimum order quantities were, like, not great. The lead times were crazy. And the quality was good, but we're like, we can do this.
Yeah. And you do custom stuff as well, right?
Yeah. I'm actually doing a lot of custom stuff for weddings this year because everyone in my family is getting married. No, actually, it's so great. I'm so excited. And I've never done bridal before, so that's really exciting.
Are you doing a full, like, dress?
I'm not doing the wedding dress. I'm doing my cousin's second dress. I'm doing my sister's, like, another outfit.
Beautiful.
Oh, no, she's going designer. Like, she's going to, like, her wedding's going to be in Vogue vibes, like, actually.
True.
So that will be crazy.
It's exciting, though.
It's so exciting. I think I'm going to find my husband in Europe around these weddings.
An Italian Scorpio?
No.
We're off the Italian Scorpios?
After last week's little mishap.
So
don't take a tombstone out of the graveyard.
Yeah, can we talk about your tombstone situation?
I love the graveyard.
Because you've got a deep graveyard.
It's funny. It's only 16 tombstones.
16 tombstones is crazy.
It's crazy. It's so fun. I love it.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of tombstones.
It's not like, oh, we hooked up, now I hate you vibes. A lot of them are like, I'll go out and, like, I'll give my number to somebody and then the next day they'll text me. I'm like, I have no idea what you look like. Tombstone.
Why would you even keep them as a contact? That's like...
I'm building a graveyard here.
Oh, so you're doing it for the graveyard.
It's doing it for the shifts. Yeah, graveyard shift.
For the shift.
For the shift.
What happens when a graveyard number texts you? Are you ignoring or are you going to
see
what they have to say?
I have this shared album with my friend, Jocelyn / my roommate, best living situation I've ever been in. This is somebody who we met and she moved in 2 days later.
That's like...
We'll get back to that later. She's like,
it's like a U-Haul marriage,
yeah.
without the rest of the benefits.
Sorry, what do you mean that's quick. You're literally married and you met her 5 weeks
Chill.
ago.
We're not exposing anything.
Whoa! You're literally married, telling me it's quick.
It's the last time I bring a guest around anybody. That's crazy. You can't be exposing me like that. We have cameras
You
around
can
here.
cut it. It's called
it's okay.
editing,
We'll leave it in.
post-production.
No, we're very authentic to our brand.
Yeah.
We keep everything rolling. Cheers
like
to
that.
that. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. That's crazy.
What were we even talking about?
Your graveyard.
Oh.
And Jocelyn.
Yeah, and Jocelyn.
Okay, so the graveyard. What happens with the graveyard is we have a shared folder, an album, where we take screenshots of like really funny conversations, and we want to make like a coffee table book out of it.
That's hilarious.
It's really good. So a lot when they text, I don't want to block them. I want to know if you're trying to contact me.
Why?
Because it's great. You're thinking about me. I'm not going to answer you,
bitch.
But then sometimes I'll answer.
Yeah.
So I did the other day, and it's fine. It's fine.
Do great.
Just
what did we learn?
canceled an hour before.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's fine. He probably just wanted to have sex.
I don't think that is fine.
It's not because
think that
he's
is
like,
fine.
"What are you up to?" I'm like, "I just showered. Like we're going on
Yeah.
a date. Like I just anyhow."
You give me like you make plans, you show up vibes.
Yeah,
Like,
you've
you're one of
seen
the
my
people who are like,
calendar.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
normal people
Yeah,
fucking
no,
are.
You've
Like,
seen
yeah,
my
but sometimes in the city,
calendar.
people are way more just like
Loose.
flaky on that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, like an hour or two before, don't show up. Oh, sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, but then
like,
that's not my husband.
Of course not.
And considering my age, like I am looking for. I'm only intentionally dating now.
But you've aged gracefully.
Oh my god!
I can't believe he said that to her.
Can you believe he said that?
Yeah,
to
you gotta
me?
tell it. You gotta tell it.
So when Chris and I first started talking, he did. I guess he thought I was younger than him. When he found out I was almost 33, he's like, "Oh my god, you've aged so gracefully." I'm like, "Who the fuck am I, Jane Fonda?" As if I'm like 90 and look like I'm 75 years old. Like, thank you so much. Fuck, how old did you think I was?
I would say maybe like 26.
Yeah, I thought
So nice
24.
of you.
Yeah.
I don't even have Botox right now.
Right now.
But I was so dehydrated after last night. This morning, I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a long night.
It
was a long
could
night.
be time for Botox
Yeah.
after that.
It was a
I
long
just
night.
looked
When we went from
dehydrated.
Earl's and then you guys made the audible call for locals, I knew we were in trouble.
Never, whenever locals comes up,
Ditto.
Trouble.
Leave.
I love
Trouble.
it though. It's so nice.
It's nice.
Oh, that's
I've had one night where I've had a few locals nights, and the last one was with Chris and then like the rest of the team, and I don't know how I recovered from that. That was,
Well, you went to Mexico like
bro,
what,
so
8 hours later?
Yeah, we were supposed to have a
Hold it?
Yeah. You want me to hold it?
Yeah.
Here, we can give it a.
No, it's
Here,
okay.
I'll put
No,
it down.
I'm just.
Are you putting it down?
No, it's just my hair, guys. Chill out. That's so nice of you.
Oh, I was gonna
Everyone's so concerned about my champagne.
But yeah, that
Jesus.
night we did locals. We had like a meeting in the middle of the day, and then we went for dinner. And at dinner we might have had a few too many, and they were like, "Okay, should we go out tonight?
Should we continue this?"
So we were supposed to go out that night, and then we went to locals, and we were there till probably like 2 a.m. something like that.
Yeah.
And I had a flight to catch at like
6 a.m.
yeah, it was literally like a 7 o'clock flight, so we had to be at the airport for like 5. 1 hour of sleep. 2
Locals
hours of
is the
sleep.
place that it's a vortex. You don't leave. If you can get out, you're fine.
Yeah. I just think you don't go.
I don't think you walk in.
Don't go
I don't
close
think
to
so.
the
That's the problem.
bathrooms.
You can't.
You'll get stuck somewhere, and then just leave. That's what I did last night. Just gotta leave. Stay at the front bar, say hi to people, do a few shots, and leave.
A few shots.
Yeah,
What's a few shots?
like 2.
Okay.
Fucking Cazadores. They're really nice with their free shots there, but I can never drink Cazadores anymore after that.
It's a tough look. So we talked about dating a little bit. What's a couple dating goals for you this year? I know you said intentionally dating. Is there
Yeah,
anything else?
intentionally dating. And I've never really actually done that.
Okay.
I've always had this like mentality that like things are always going to work out for me because they
Okay.
always have. I am a very lucky person. So even if like I'm in my if I'm like in the negatives, I'll still spend money on something. I'll still buy homeless guy food. I'm like, it's fine. Money comes, money goes. I
Money
know I'm
flow.
going to be super successful and I'll have a lot of money one day. Same thing with men. I'm like, cool, this isn't going to work out. You're not my person. So I just feel like I feel like this is the year where I start seeing a lot of the ends of I can't speak English right now. I started.
It was a
I
long
think
night.
that
It was a long night.
the fruits of my labor. Like the fuck is that? I was gonna say that. That's why I stopped myself. I think I'm gonna see a lot of the outcome of that mentality this year.
Well, that's good.
Because I'm focusing on myself. Everyone's always like, focus on yourself and he'll come. Focus on yourself. But I actually believe that.
Yeah.
And it took me a year after my last breakup to really start to get to know myself, like for real.
Yeah.
As a 32-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. And I really like it.
Well, that's good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
You had quite the breakup.
Oh yeah.
That's
I feel
one
like
thing we have in common.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You both do, right? You both have had like
his ex. My business partner posted a bunch of stories of people wearing our clothes the other day. I'm like,
oh.
She was wearing a dress that I made by hand in one of her recent Instagram
We can't
posts.
have it. We can't have it.
She's supporting the girls.
But
she's supporting the girls. She looked hot in it too. So I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Anyhow, moving on.
Anyways,
that's an ex story.
next segment. Keep it rolling.
No, you guys both had like relatively public-ish.
Oh, so
Very
public. I'm
public.
so upset that I deleted my TikTok.
Yeah. So I didn't really see any of it. I was obviously hand in hand with you.
Yeah.
But what was the? Do you want to talk about at least like we don't need to get like specifics.
Thing is like he literally doesn't matter.
I love that.
He's
It's
also
good.
just dug himself in his own grave. I had to do nothing.
Good.
So fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck him. We're
One of his songs came on recently. And I literally just danced to it. I'm like, fuck him. Like, this is still a good song. Like, I literally don't even care. And then I remembered to, like, unfollow.
there.
So.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
I'm not even going to follow him on Spotify. I actually kept him on Spotify after our breakup because I felt I wanted him to have that extra fucking subscriber.
Did he? Because
That's how nice I am.
Because he needed it.
He needed it.
We're not going to talk shit.
No, I'm asking. It was
Yeah,
it was
because he
more of a
needed
question.
it.
There you go. Okay.
I just felt like I was being a good person, I guess. So it was more for me.
Good karma.
And if we could talk about this too, like how
Yeah.
did having a relatively public breakup affect your day-to-day?
Oh, it affected my day-to-day, like, very heavily, actually. I stopped going out.
Yeah.
Because every time I would go out, people would bring up things that he's done. So every time I'd see someone, now that we were broken up, they felt like it was like the floodgates of, oh my God, yeah, this one time this picture here.
Yeah.
People came to me with screenshots, videos, pictures, everything.
Messy.
Which is like fun. But the public eye thing that sucked. So when I wasn't out, he was acting away, and then people saw me now as like, I was like, oh man, she doesn't know, because every time, so that was the public, being in public eye in that way sucked because people knew who I was in relation to him doing all these things. But that's fine. I'm honestly okay about it. When people say things now, I'm like, tell me more.
Well, like last night was like a perfect example. Like we heard about it, and then I didn't really know anything.
Oh yeah, that's
and then
crazy.
We like heard about it last night, and there was a couple stories that got brought up. And we don't need to get into details, but there was it's crazy.
Like,
I didn't realize
really
like
warm.
everybody really I guess really like had some story about it. So that's really unfortunate. I'm sorry you went through that.
Oh, it's fine. It's
no,
actually
it's still
great.
shitty
How did you overcome that too? Because I know like with mine and it being very public at the time, the fact that our breakup was literally on social media.
Yeah, that was fun.
It took a lot out of me to just like move forward and kind of carry myself in a way that I wasn't like, oh my gosh, everyone out here has probably seen this video because it went super viral. And it took me probably a bit of time just to get over it. Did you do anything in specific to kind of just power through it, or?
I blasted Billie Eilish a lot. Did a lot of dancing.
Is that therapeutic for you?
Yeah.
Billie Eilish specific.
Oh, that one song. Oh my God. Okay. So the one night I ghosted hardcore when I first found out about everything. I didn't answer anything. I blocked him.
Yeah.
I unblocked him one night at like 4 a.m. drinking with my friends.
That's cryptic.
They left. I called him. This is the one time I contacted him. I called him because I was listening to Billie Eilish. Like, you made me hate the city, that song. I called him and I was just crying, and then I started screaming the lyrics of Billie Eilish. I'm like,
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh, she crashed
you never
out.
made me feel
Wait,
this.
so
No,
you-
you made me
so
feel
you
this shitty.
crashed out.
You made me hate this city.
So you crashed out.
I crashed out.
I love a crash.
So
out.
I
I
know.
literally
I love
started
a crash out.
How
screaming.
therapeutic is a crash
Oh
out,
my
though?
god! So that and after that day, I was fine.
How therapeutic is a
It
crash
was
out,
so
though?
good.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was repeating the Billie Eilish lyrics to him on the phone, screaming, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know if I've experienced that. I've had some weird. I've had some.
You've had some weird
We've
crashes.
all, we've all had some crash outs. I can attest to that.
I've experienced crash outs, and I've been the one crashing. I don't know if singing lyrics has been on my.
It was screaming.
My crash out.
lyrics. Just screaming. I
Oh.
wasn't singing to
I feel like,
him.
I feel like
Jesus
you need to
Christ.
crash out every once in a while, though.
Yeah.
It's like good for you.
The thing
have
about
a
a
little
crash
crash out
out
moment.
is that it needs to be effective.
Yeah.
Because if you just crash out and it's like empty air, then
Yeah. You have to crash out with a purpose.
it's not fun.
You have to crash
It's not
out with a
enjoyable.
purpose.
Well, that crash out literally healed me. I was fine after that. I was fine after
You heard it
that.
here first. Crash out. It's good for you.
Dude, that's hilarious. Not me screaming Billie Eilish lyrics to him on the phone. That's crazy.
How did he take it?
He texted my neighbor to go check on me because he thought that I needed help.
He's gonna check into Kim H.
Whatever.
Wait, is this the neighbor that was your camp counselor? Is that the story?
No.
Wait,
Oh.
you got a neighbor who's your camp counselor?
Yeah.
I love Will. He's my best friend now. Basically, oh my God, I have to tell the story because
Yeah.
this is crazy. Your first pivotal crush.
Sure.
Okay. 14 years old, obsessed with my camp counselor, sleepover camp, Will Badger. Shout out Will. He's one of my best friends.
Wait,
now.
what camp was it?
Camp Candelore,
Okay.
Minden, Ontario.
Okay.
It
What's the purpose of the camp? Was it just like
was just a sleepover camp. It was a tripping camp. So we did a
A
lot
sleepover
of.
camp is like a 14-year-old. It's kind of crazy.
I loved it.
I
I
went-
did too.
I
I did it too.
Crazy. I did like a
But-
30-day canoe trip, no shower or phone
No,
vibe.
that's
I'm-
that's crazy.
I'm
That's
city
so
girl,
stinky.
But I'm so, yeah, but like the lake water is a good, like you're fine. Anyhow, moving on from that. My biggest crush ever, Will Badger, household name, okay? I live in a semi-detached house on the first floor.
Okay.
Next door was always like Airbnb, so there's nobody ever there. One day I was like leaving the house and I felt like I sensed somebody on the porch next to me. So I look back, I'm like, oh, hey. Keep walking. I'm like, Will Badger moved in to my exact unit, flipped mirrored over into the other unit next to me.
So your camp counselor when you were 14 is now your neighbor.
Yeah,
Is that
and
correct?
he's like my best friend too. Like we're such good friends.
So your 14-year-old crush
now
from
lives in
camp
my. We lived in
is
the
now your
same
neighbor.
room, but mirrored on the other side of the household. Crazy shit. When he first moved in,
Did
I
you
was like, "This
manifest
is
that?
fate," but it wasn't fate. We're just friends. What?
Did you manifest that?
Maybe I manifest a lot of things in my life.
Oh, tell us more.
No, we're in
tell
the
us more.
process of achieving the manifestation.
You can't speak about it. I don't think you can like public.
See,
I don't think
yeah,
you can. I
no.
think you have to like
yeah.
you have to kind of like hold it in close to your heart, you know?
It's so hard for me to hold shit in, man.
Is it? I know you're a yapper.
I love it.
I think that it's actually impressive how creative you are with what you say. I was saying this, we were
Mhm.
talking about another friend of ours who like the minute that he opens his mouth, he just knows what he's saying and he's like so funny and off the bat.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're very similar. I feel like
Thank
you
you.
have like a very good quality about you that you can just keep a conversation going.
My best quality. It's always good to know your best qualities.
Yeah.
My best. I'm gonna talk. I'm this. I'm that. My hair's great. My hair's not great right now. If I need to fix it, you need to let me know. Thank you.
Britt's got you.
Yeah. Perfect. What was I saying?
Your
what
best
I'm good at.
quality. All of your best
Right.
quality.
My best quality is that I can make anybody feel comfortable.
Okay.
No
I
matter
like that.
what kind of person you are, I can mirror the energy that I think you need.
Okay.
And it's a really good quality of mine. So when it comes to humor, I guess, and that kind of stuff, I guess that's how that works too.
Is that on your Hinge profile,
I'm not on Hinge.
Raya? There
I
you
got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
Do
Raya.
you use Raya or
and
do you
I
just pay for
deleted
Raya so you
it.
can tell people you have Raya?
No, I try to use it, but Raya is this weird vortex where people will like you and then never talk to you.
Oh my god.
That's the male dating app experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You know, a dead giveaway for me to like press X. I don't care how hot or how good your job is, or even if you live two doors down from me. If I click on your picture and the next picture is the same picture but with a different crop, immediately no.
Wait,
What
what?
about men with fish in their pictures?
Oh, why did I think you meant like a goldfish?
What, trout?
I think you see that more on Hinge.
Yeah, no, Raya.
I think Raya is like more for. Not that I would know, but Raya I feel like is more for the.
If a guy has a bigger fish on his Hinge profile, is that?
I mean,
a
I've
green
learned how to
flag?
fish. I could see myself wearing like hunter boots and like a cool flannel, you know? I
So
would
green flag.
fish.
So green flag. Guy with fish is a
Depends
green
how big it is.
flag.
All right.
Are we talking about the fish?
That
Yeah,
says
the
something.
fish.
The fish?
It's holding up a baby trout that's like, ew, you kill babies. It's
Size.
not funny.
So size matters.
Yeah.
Size matters. You heard it here first. Size matters.
Okay. Anyway, so you're on Raya. Are you actively on Raya, or you deleted it?
I did deactivate it, so on the 19th it'll be gone.
Oh.
Like how I know the dates.
I was gonna say it's very specific.
You're just raw dogging relationships.
Because I went in, I'm like, how do I delete it now? I don't even want to have it right now. I went on Reddit. I was like, but I don't want it anymore now because I know I'll go back on the app and keep swiping. I want it gone now. It was still there.
Me and Celeste were talking like last week about, because she had a little close friend story about her Italian Scorpio.
Oh God, why? I love them.
And she said to me, she's like, "Do you have any nerdy friends? Like, I need to set me up." So like, I wanted to know like what your type is, because I have a good network. I have a good amount of friends. So if you're looking, let's talk about your type, and we can see if we can play matchmaker.
Well,
today.
my type is Italian Scorpios, so we're not going.
But I thought we're switching. Yeah, your new type. Your edited.
What
type.
are you looking for in 2025?
Yeah,
You're being intentional.
Wow.
Yeah, give us
am.
profile.
I have a really good list in my notes on my phone.
Get it.
Get it out.
Pull it out right now. Where's your phone?
For being intentional.
Allie, you wanna go rummage through my stuff, please? I don't know where it is. You're gonna have to look really hard.
Is it more of like a look that you're going for, or is it like
no? It's really, I just want a kind, genuine person. I really like when a man knows a bunch about little random things.
You said you're going for nerdy, right?
Yeah. So like, how does a yacht float? I don't know.
How does a
yacht
float?
I get it. I've heard about it. Logistically, I understand, but that doesn't make sense to me. How does that happen? How does a plane fly? And why does my bag being 10 pounds overweight really matter that much? It's going to be there, or it's going to be my fucking tote bag on the other side of the fucking plane.
Weight distribution.
Jesus Christ.
The 10 pounds in a bag matters, but not the place
Oh,
on the
God,
plane.
there's drama. Sorry, moving on. I'm going to find...
I was going to say...
Yeah, she's lost in a wormhole.
Okay,
No,
I'm going to find my list. I might have deleted it.
Oh, yeah, you cleaned up your notes,
I cleaned up my notes.
You what?
Yeah, she
I
cleaned up her
had
notes.
525 notes, and now I have
Yeah, how many notes
120.
do you have?
I deleted it because I
How many notes do you
decided...
have?
A good amount.
You have how many? You had 500. What do you have now?
I spent this year, like before this year, in December, I went through my notes, I went through my emails, all my inboxes, and I cleared them because I wanted to have like a really like actual digital fresh start. And I think it's so good. I'm going to do it every quarter now. Every quarter.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
I
you
have
so
53. I don't have a lot.
That's not bad.
No,
I would have ones with like a name and then a book.
I have over 1,000.
1,000 notes?
That is insane.
For what?
Yeah. It's just my brain.
What do you know? You journal too.
Yeah.
How many fucking things do you need to write down?
Did you
see me?
How many things do you need to write down?
Everything.
That's a lot.
Everything. Yeah. If you went back through this, it's probably a gold mine of ideas.
So why don't you? What the
I
hell?
don't have enough time in the day.
1,000 notes is crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yeah. I probably have like 5 notes a day. Just like anything that comes in my brain. Notes,
Just
never look
start
at it again.
subcategories, like do like
I actually have
random
Notion
ideas.
too. I have Notion too for like my content ideas, and then I have the Notes app for just other ideas. Yeah.
No, he goes crazy. Like even like the journaling shit is not like a facade. Like Chris goes and posts these journaling videos. Not for me. I can't do it. But
I journal.
Do you journal too?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's so therapeutic writing something down on
and
paper.
gratitudes. Do a lot of gratitudes.
Yeah.
It's very hippie. I feel like it's a little too hippie for my liking.
I'm
I write
literally
down,
hippie.
though.
My parents are legitimate hippies.
Are they?
Yeah.
What's the extent of hippies? Like
like
natural deodorant vibes, or is it?
100%.
Really? Are you on that as well?
No.
Okay. So what's like what's your extent of hippie? Because I feel like there's levels to it.
My parents are like hippies. My parents are both artists who live in Prince Edward County. My dad's a glass artist. My mom's a potter.
Yeah, that'll do it. Wow.
He makes his own shroom capsules.
Interesting.
And he has a garden in the back, and it's just adorable.
So what level of hippie are you on then? Are you like Ossington hippie, or are we going like?
No, but
I mean,
Kukla's
she's
great.
Parkdale. That's
Kukla's
pretty.
great.
They do $10 martinis after 9 every night now.
You do your ad for them. Do your promo for them.
Kukla. Maybe I'll find my husband at Kukla. There's some really hot men at Kukla. So going back to what I'm looking for.
Yeah, let's get back. See, we gotta.
I think
keep
I
on
deleted
track.
my note because I didn't want to have so many straightforward, like, I didn't want to have, like, oh, if he doesn't fit this type of thing.
Yeah.
But I had, like, used to skate, can still do a kick flip on there, has Aesop hand soap, like, funny shit. That's why I wanted to bring it up because it's like, very niche.
Okay.
But really just a kind, genuine guy who can tell me about random little things. Like, I love being like, why is that like that? Why is that like that? And he'll be like, well, actually, it's because, I think it's cute and I like it. I
That's
like
so
learning
sweet.
stuff. So knows a lot
You like
about
a guy who
random
can
things.
mansplain.
I'm waiting for her to say.
Yeah,
Like,
I love mansplaining. I don't know why it's such a bad thing. And I hate when women are like, I hate men. Like, we love men. They're just maybe a little bit sillier than us sometimes. But we love men.
I think we're just simpler. I don't think it's like a silly thing.
Like,
I think we're just simple.
So simple.
And we need that.
So simple.
Like I get enjoyment from watching very random and niche videos and not doing a whole lot.
I love that.
I've become a lot simpler in my old age.
I also just love the female masculine, like the polarity between it. And I love when men are just in their masculine. And I just like, when I'm with a man, I like just being able to be like, blah, 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 turn my head off. I'll just follow you anywhere. I have such a long day of me doing stuff. I like to come home and just be like, yes, anything you want to do.
Well, that's like a thing too, especially for you because you're an entrepreneur, right? Like you put so much effort into like being in control, dominance, like that whole side of it.
Sorry, my legs are numb, so I can't touch the floor. I need to stretch out for a second.
I feel like you need women like you, like need someone who's like almost hyper masculine to a certain degree because you want to sit in like a feminine era. I think that's like
that's exactly what I want.
Right? Yeah, you need somebody who's like.
And I will cook, and I will clean, and I will lay out your clothes.
You're gonna go domesticated.
I can totally do that. I'm a really good girlfriend.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a part of your. To
the point of being aloof, I guess, because I just don't want to mother a man, so I just let them do whatever they want, and then you just cheat on me.
How do you avoid? How do you detect and avoid mothering a man? I never understood that.
That's a good.
I've never been one to get mothered by a woman.
Yeah.
So it's very strange to me when I hear these like girls talk about like either ex-boyfriends or
have you ever been scared to go out and feel like you need to explain why you're making a decision to a woman before?
Of course.
So if you do that, it's probably maybe because you know that she'll like she's trying to like she has previously tried to mother you.
She's tried to mother me?
Potentially.
Or somebody else, and that's just like it's like a
projection. I don't know. I think it's really just we're both just you're living your own lives, and it's nice to exist, cohabit. Jesus Christ.
It's a long night.
More champagne?
I think mothering is more being like, you already went out 3 times this week, you shouldn't go out again. Didn't you have that thing to do for work today? You should probably not drink tonight because you have, you can say it in like nice, welcoming ways.
Yeah.
But I do think coming from a place of feeling, when women come from a place of how things make them feel, men want to help resolve how, like, they want to make you feel better. So like, oh, how can I help you feel? Like, if you're saying like, I'm feeling super anxious, like I'm feeling it in my stomach, like I hate this feeling. Like, oh no, like what can I do to help? Like, why are you feeling this way? And you can be like, I'm just super anxious because I don't want you to feel. No, I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Are you saying from a girl's perspective or a guy's perspective?
From a girl's perspective, if you say like something makes you feel a certain way, a guy will want to help make you feel better, and then you can kind of bring up the issue of like how you're feeling if he's doing something wrong. I feel like instead of making it about them, you can make it like how it makes you feel. Yeah. Then they want to resolve it, and then they'll just do it naturally. You won't even have to tell them what to do.
Okay. So then, how do you like when you have girlfriends who come to you and they're in a weird relationship phase, I guess you could say, or they're going through it with their boyfriends, their partners, whatever? What's a piece of advice that you usually give them? If there's like a standard piece of advice?
You know what's crazy?
None of my girlfriends have boyfriends. I knew it was coming.
No, none of my girlfriends. No, they all have really good, healthy relationships.
Oh, that's good then. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, except for like.
Don't out anybody. No, it's okay.
No, except for my single friends and I. Like that's the kind of when we give each other advice for that. It really comes down to and family, because actually it's crazy. Out of my whole family, there's 5 of us women. Two are engaged, and the other 3 of us are like currently single, and it's never happened before.
Interesting.
So when we do talk about like situationships, like that kind of stuff, it always comes down to like, well, what do you want out of this? That's what I always ask them. What do you want out of this? Because if what you want, you're not, then go for that. Like if you want more communication, is it because you want to date him? Like, oh no, but that won't work.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're not going to date him, then why are you expecting that from him? Yeah. You know, I think a good question to ask was, well, what do you want out of this situation? Because we can always want everything. You know, like I want to date him, but I don't want to date him, but I want this. Figure out what you want, and then we can proceed.
So do girls have box theory then, the same way that guys do? Do you know what box theory is?
No, I know what box breathing is. I do that at Jaybird.
I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't even know what a Jaybird. Oh, Jaybird's the what's
Pilates?
Hot Pilates.
Is it hot Pilates?
Hot
Yeah, I can't do
Pilates.
that.
That's so for the girls.
That's very for the girls. It's not.
I love when they bring their boyfriends in, and then there's like the little 2 minutes of dancing at the end. And I always want to
There's dancing?
Spot where the guys are. Yeah, it's fun. It releases tension. It's fucking awesome. In the dark, you can't even see anybody.
Oh.
And it's fun. Oh.
I didn't know that.
And then whenever you go, I always try sussing out the guys. I'm like, I want to see how awkward they are. Anyhow, what's box theory?
Box theory is like guys usually do this thing where they like know when they're gonna date a girl when they're just like hooking up or seeing for a short period of time, or if they like want nothing to do with a girl like within probably the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of meeting someone. So I don't know if girls.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, so what's
we know right away.
Really?
Oh, right away. What if we're talking? I know if I want to marry you or not.
If you want to marry them?
I'm just joking. I don't think I've ever wanted to marry somebody. I'd really like to meet my husband this year.
Yeah, no Italian Scorpios.
I feel like, oh God, I love them so much. It's to the point where I'll watch a movie with an Italian guy and I'm like, I'm in love with you. Check him online. He's a Scorpio.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
So just Aries and Scorpios.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I think we have really good sex.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because we're both fiery.
True.
Okay. How important is sex to a relationship?
It's everything.
Everything?
Well, not everything, but yeah, it's very important. Connection in general is important.
Yeah.
It depends if it's important to you. Sex cannot be important to somebody, so find somebody to be with that sex isn't important for them either, you know?
Absolutely.
To me it is, because I need that attention. I love attention.
Do you?
So if you're not having sex with me, then you don't love me.
Oh my goodness. I don't think that's true.
I'm just telling you my girl brain theory.
Is that how it works?
Is that how girl brain
I would love to.
Well, for me, I don't know. I do think that sex is very important for me personally. Yeah. Yeah.
You love attention? What's the...
What for my personality makes you believe...
No, I'm fully... I just like... I want to explore that a little bit because I've also been told that I love attention, especially recently.
You guys are really committed to your glasses, by the way.
I'm kind of beat up. This is a bright light.
Yeah, I'm thriving.
I'm just not a sunglasses girl. Like, I can't operate.
I think you can pull them off, though. Yeah.
You gotta put them on. You gotta be fast.
Those aren't fast.
But I have
those
nice
are super
eyes.
fast.
Those are super
fast. Just for a little bit.
Coachella.
Oh, those are so fast.
So fast?
Yeah.
It's like so camp.
That's rockstar shit.
What the hell are all these things? You're gonna have to like start keeping a note.
We're Gen Z millennials, so you
don't categorize me with your
How old are you?
Gen Z millennials.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
We don't need to talk about it.
You're younger than me. How old are you?
I'm younger than both of you.
You're 20.
You're both.
I was younger than me.
You're both old.
You're 28.
Yeah, I'm 28.
You're 27.
I'm a child.
Yeah. I'm a child is crazy.
My God, we have so much facial hair.
You know what? It's years of fun thing. Yeah.
Wow.
No hair on top.
I got my first gray last year. I have 4 now.
Did you say that because you've been seeing gray? Like I have gray.
No, I know. Gray on mine is
because I've been told for the last like 3 weeks how gray the beard's getting.
No,
I had to shave it.
It's cute.
You like
hot,
it?
yeah.
It's good. Okay.
But no,
It's hot.
another really good thing about me that I love is I'm very symmetrical, and of course. I'm just symmetrical.
Is a sign
everything.
Of beauty, though.
It is.
It's
but like obviously my
psychology.
gray hairs had to obviously follow in suit. I have 2 right here, 1 right here, and 1 right here on both sides. I plucked them out yesterday. Don't even look for it. Fine, go ahead. Try me. I was blonde for a long time though, so
were you?
Yeah.
You went through a big blonde. Was that after the emo phase? I feel like that's the natural progression.
You want to pull it out? Pull it out.
You're not pulling it out.
It's pulling out my gray hair, obviously. This is
ready.
This is very intimate.
Locals only last night. This morning he's pulling out a gray.
No, I didn't get it.
It's okay. You can keep going.
I feel like that's a natural progression, though. You go from like emo to blonde.
Yeah.
And then you have some weird hairstyle or color in
between.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
And then you go into a darker hair phase. I feel like that's a natural progression for most women.
No, I was like a cute blonde. It was really good. My hairstylists are the best. I'm actually going back to like brown. Thing is, okay, so I have these really big weddings happening. You have to pre-plan.
Okay.
So by July, if I want to achieve a certain look, we have to start now. So last time I went for my normal gloss and trim, I went through with my stylist, like, okay, this is where I want to be in July. So we have a whole plan now.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, the girls that fit.
I don't think that men ever have a plan when it comes to how they look.
No.
You just go with it. I love it.
I just shave my head, and then we're good to go.
I look at my hair every once in a while, and I go, oh, it's actually getting kind of crusty. I should probably get this cut.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I feel bad for women, honestly, for how much upkeep you guys have to do.
Don't feel bad.
No, it's ridiculous.
Do not feel bad.
It's a lot.
We love it.
Do you?
I'm going to Thick Studio in 2 weeks, 15 days. And I am so excited to see my girls. It's therapy. It smells good. I'll get a new claw clip. I'm excited. They make me coffee. We chit chat.
That's beautiful.
This is, I plan out parts of my day to get my nails done. I just, it's pleasure. Like, I love you. I literally have my spots in Toronto. Do not feel bad for me. Do not feel bad for the women. In general, we love this. Botox, love getting Botox. Facials, obsessed. Why? Because we get to chat with the girls. We look cute leaving. We can block out 6 hours of our day for an appointment.
I feel like I'm getting yelled at.
Can we talk about your nail appointments too?
Oh, I love
That's
getting my
like
nails
a whole...
done. Don't zoom in on my... I swear to God,
why? What's the process?
Do not zoom in on my nails, please, because one's breaking off after last night.
What's the process for the nail appointments?
I'm there for like 4 hours.
4 hours? Doing what?
I go a little early, get a drink.
You get a drink at the nail place?
Yeah. Majesty's Pleasure makes great espresso martinis.
Just make sure they have a liquor license so we don't get anybody in trouble.
Of course they do. It's beautiful in there. I always get design on my toes and my nails.
Oh, so you get the...
Yeah.
You should show
and these are all my real nails.
I don't think that's appropriate.
You should show the dogs on the
Not for free.
The dogs on the camera. What are dogs?
Dogs on the camera.
Your feet.
The dogs.
Oh, no, that's not...
The dogs.
No free feet.
Can't do it for free.
We're going to start the Feet Finder profile.
God, I've made a Feet Finder profile. I couldn't go through with it. I signed up with the profile. Like,
girls make bank off of it. I would love to do a Feet Finder.
You
just
have
for
to
myself.
Chat, though.
Just to see what happens.
You have to make side content. This is not a thing I'm going to do.
You have to chat? And say what? You like my big toe? I have 2 broken big toes. I would love to go on Feet Finder just to see what freaks are into my busted feet.
You're busted.
My feet are beat up. I played years of sports with having shoes that are way too small.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, nails.
Yeah,
let's get away from my feet. No, let's get away from my feet.
You can send me a pic later.
No, it's okay. Nobody needs to see that.
Source you somewhere to... But people are into that.
Feet Finder will not be launching in 2025.
No.
Okay. Noted.
Only for Mo.
Only for Mo. Mo gets the premium stuff.
Okay, so the whole point of what we do for this podcast of Stories for Grandkids is giving either a piece of advice or like some story from your past. We don't need to necessarily do stories if you're not feeling comfortable with it today. But we can give.
I don't even have a really great story. You don't have.
I think you have a few. I've heard a few. I heard a few within the last 12 hours. I've known you for. I met you 12 hours ago, and I think we have.
I have a good advice though.
I would love to hear it. I think everybody would love to hear your
my
advice.
favorite piece of advice I've ever been given was from my sister, and she probably heard it somewhere. When we were coming out with our brand, we did not know what to call it. We didn't want to launch it until we had our full business plan and our name and everything done. And then one day we're like, you know what? We're starting the Shopify store. We're calling it a random name. We're starting this. We're just going to start. And that's all because the advice I was given was just start. And if when you start, everything is already perfect, that means you started too late.
I love that.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just go. Just start. Just do it. That's Nike.
Trademarked. We can't cut that out.
That's Nike.
No, that's great. That was great, honestly. That's a great piece of advice.
Yeah,
wow.
Really good advice. So we started and then we kind of figured it out from there. And we're still figuring it out.
As
our
you
first
should, though.
collection, we came out in COVID with a vegan suede. Oh my God, this vegan suede's amazing though. It's made from pre-consumer waste. Tesla picked it up to use in their cars. People are using it for upholstery now because this suede, like a dog can jump on it, scratch it up. It's in perfect condition. It's so easy to wash. Sorry, I love like textiles where I geek
that's
out.
Great.
What we came out during COVID with our first line with a skirt with a huge slit, a bustier, like nobody's wearing that during COVID. So we transitioned from that to like more cool girl vibe stuff. And then where we found the most success is actually wearing our bamboo top, one of our bamboo tops right now, is we started doing the foundations collection, which was like the effortless pants from Aritzia, but better. The perfect trouser, perfect cut bamboo tops, like just everything that's like a foundation in your wardrobe. And we sell out of that like crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, it's so great. But now we really want to do a more elevated collection.
Okay.
But basically, so as we were saying before, like just start, like we started and we didn't know what collection to even come out with during COVID. And then we kind of figured it out from there and kept moving things around and we figured it out for now. And now we're trying to figure it out again.
You have a full year of it now.
Yeah.
And you have the timeline. So like honestly, like I think that's the biggest part.
Yeah.
I've like had my own business before, so timelines are.
What was your business?
I was running a coaching business, like a fitness coaching
business.
So I transitioned.
You lift, bro?
Once in a while. The gym's a very small part of my life. I actually haven't been for like 6 days. It's been the best break. I swear to God, yeah. I feel like my mental health is going a little not great, but it's it's good.
I really liked the reel of you guys lifting the other day. I think it was really good. I watched the whole thing.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did. I really liked it. I really liked it.
That's how we started first making videos, actually. Was Chris would help me out.
My first viral video was like us lifting together.
Yeah, and Chris would help me out because he was helping me out for my business page.
Yeah.
So we started making content, and then his first viral video was Good Life at John and Richmond, and we were talking about what happens when you see a hot girl at the gym. And it took off from there.
The rest is,
What happens when you see a hot girl at the gym?
You put your head down and you don't look.
You take the hat, you cover your eyes, you close your eyes, and you pretend like you don't exist.
I like that a lot.
You can't look at hot girls at the gym. You can't look at good-looking women. I feel like you just can't really stare at women in public in general. Like you just shouldn't. It's just not a thing anymore. If you see a good look, it's a thing.
Oh my God, stare at me.
No, you're like a 1 in a million.
Oh my God, stare at me.
Women like want to meet guys in public, but then the guy comes up to them in public.
No,
like,
going up to them is one thing. I'm saying you can't be creepily staring.
But then you know me though.
Like
you know the truck story.
You want to tell it?
I want to.
You want to tell the truck story? I think you
I'll tell half of it.
Hold on, wait.
I'll tell half of it.
Let me give you the thing. I don't think you need to tell the full thing.
I'm gonna tell half.
But I think you need to give it because I think more men need to feel comfortable with catcalling.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I think. And I mean it in the most respectful way possible, but I think that we need to feel, not me personally, but I think other men need to feel somewhat justified in their catcalling, and this will be a good explanation.
Why men catcall is because 1 in a million girls will reciprocate that energy, and that's me. Yeah, I was leaving a restaurant, Sugo. I'm dropping all these tries.
Drop his name too. Drop the.
Oh, he's such a good guy. Hot too, actually. So Portuguese.
So Portuguese.
So, I was leaving a restaurant. I had pasta to go to bring my roommate back, and I'm drunk, and I'm walking across the street. Green light for me, I guess, whatever. And I'm walking, and I kind of trip, and I'm like, oh, drunk. My tits are everywhere. I'm like,
my tits are everywhere.
It's crazy. And then there's this guy at the stoplight, the red light. And he's leaning out of his truck, and he's like, damn. And I look back, and he like was kind of shocked that I even looked back. He's like, And I'm like, are you going to drive me home? And he's like, I'm like, U-turn with my hands like that. He U-turns, this guy brings me home. We go for drinks that night. We started seeing each other for like 3 or 4 months.
It was 3 or 4 months?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was an extended period of time.
Yeah, I went through some health stuff.
Okay.
Recently, and I cut off seeing him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He wasn't Italian though.
Super Portuguese.
Super Portuguese.
Last name tattooed on his back.
It's the most Portuguese thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
The Jersey last name tattoo.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So catcalling.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible thing.
Work.
I think
that's why I like the attention.
Respectfully.
If you're cute, if you're giving me
there's
eye
a method
contact,
to
like,
it. I think you have to have an appropriate
He also had
catcall.
really big arms, and he was leaning out of the truck. I'm like, you can drive me home.
So the formula to a correct catcall, if I'm
really nice shoulders.
If I'm getting this right, big arms, good shoulders.
Yeah.
Portuguese with a tattoo.
Really tanned.
Very tanned.
Yeah.
And then saying
also,
damn, one word, or is it like a sentence?
It was
as well?
damn.
Just damn.
It was just damn.
So that's the formula. For any of you guys who are catcalling, fix your theory, fix your method.
Damn.
Just use damn.
I'm never telling my grandkids that story.
You just did.
You just did. Welcome to Stories for the Grandkids.
That's perfect. Okay. I think that's it. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. We love you.
It was actually a really good way to end that.
Yeah, it was perfect.
That was great.
If you have anything to plug, like obviously the new collection, your Instagram.
I was gonna plug my hair, my nails.
You're plugging everybody else's shit other than your own.
Majesty's Pleasure, Fix Studios, Leller is our brand, and we are so excited. We're actually I could cry. Like I'm so excited.
We're excited for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can't wait to keep up with that, especially the new journey.
The new journey, it's gonna be really raw and real, and I'm excited to finally put my all into it. I've never put my all into it, and it's time.
It's time.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's why I'm intentionally dating no boys to distract me.
Yeah.
Proud of you. All right. Stories to the grandkids. That was Celeste Bouchard. Thanks again. Appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
Perfect.
My hair.